I think we all would.
I asked the players about with the Thursday off again, if they did anything special. They said really not. And I asked them, they talked about becoming, do you guys reset your goals or whatever for the rest of the season? And they said pretty much it's just been standard quo moving forward, just your thoughts about where you're at with this week, with Thursday off moving forward.
Yeah, I think, again, Tuesday, Wednesday gave us a chance to focus on ourselves, to continue to get better in some areas, to work on some things. And the challenge, if anything, that's different is just how are we going to finish? How are we going to finish? And we have an opportunity to finish really strong and continue to layer on some things that we've been working on. And so in that regard, that's been a little different. Otherwise, it has been like, are we better today than we were yesterday? Did we get better on Tuesday and Wednesday? With the ability to just focus on us and not necessarily prepare for a team.
Another do-over chance, so to speak. LSU, Mississippi State, there were 7-person games. Now you get a full set, 10 people against Mississippi State. How do you see how does that change guarding Smith and Carter, who kind of were the difference in the last matchup?
Yeah, I mean, we just have more bodies. If I can remember correctly, Jada and Patty both picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter against Mississippi State when we played them here at home. And so you're just shuffling them in and out and praying that they don't fall out of that game. And so now you've got some more bodies. You've got another guard with Tanea that can help in the backcourt with the press. You've got a bigger guard in Sahara that maybe can gives Alana some length defensively. So just the ability to do that. It's interesting because you look at that game and there are some things we've got to do better that are going to be the same. They're going to press us, right? And we've got to handle their pressure better. So there's some things that that are going to look the same. And there's some areas where it's going to look entirely different because they've gotten, additional pieces as well. They weren't full strength when they came here in January, and they've got some players back that are making them better too. So you have to take a little bit of it and tweak it, and then also approach it like it's an entirely different game.
Don't want to jinx her, but Patty should hit 1,000 this game. How cool of a milestone will that be for her?
I think it's amazing. Anytime you can score 1,000 points in your collegiate career, it is huge. And you think about all the players that play and don't get to do that. And so we are excited for her, and it's something that she should really, really be proud of. Yeah.
What are some of the things y'all, in focusing on yourselves, maybe did this week that was different than the last time you had the week off?
We worked on more time and score elements. We had normal practices, but we worked on some time and score with different pieces in it. Sideline out of bounds, bringing it the length of the floor, no timeouts. And I think one thing that we haven't done that we did this time is in some of those cases, we let them make the decision on what they needed to do to try to help them start thinking through what we should do in those situations instead of it always being spoon-fed for them.
What about going to a place? They're coming off a huge win.
Yeah. The one yesterday or the one Monday?
Well, both of them, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great environment. Starkville has always been a basketball town. And then when Vic got there, he really got everybody back excited. And that has continued since he left with the, Nikki McRae and now Sam Purcell. Sam's done an amazing job in his first year. So it's going to be packed. It's going to be a loud crowd. It's their pink game. So they're going to have a ton of people in the stands. And again, that's great for women's basketball. It's also something that we're used to. We play in a lot of tough arenas and tough environments. So it should be fun.
Was your team more disappointed with the loss on Sunday, or are they kind of using that more as motivation to finish out the season?
Both. They were disappointed. You can feel it. You can taste it. You're close to it. You don't get over the hump. They're disappointed, but they also are smart enough to look back on it and see the score the first time we played them and now and see where they've gotten better and where we were able to do some things. So you want them right there on the verge of both. Like if they were just happy-go-lucky, I'd be a little disturbed myself because nobody wants to lose, right? At the same time, we have to understand where we are and the process we're in. So I like them being disappointed and also quickly reminding themselves of where they are and what we did better and how far we've come, realizing that we still have a long way to go.
Is there anything you observed from them, their game against Florida after the big win against Tennessee? I guess anything you look for, any team coming off such a emotional win like they had over Tennessee and how they responded to it, and just what'd you make of how they handled their business and how maybe that can lead into the game against you guys.
Yeah, I thought they played well against Florida. You know, obviously they've got a lot of scoring weapons, and Annie Hayes was huge for them in that Tennessee win. She just had a really, really, really big night, and she's capable of that. You know, she's someone who is a flat out scorer, and she's become more of a facilitator for them this year. But that always makes me nervous when we get ready to play them, because we know what she's capable of, and she showed it in that game against Tennessee. And then you look at the Florida game, and to be on Florida's home court, and to just, Florida's really, really good at getting downhill. Their guards are dynamic, they're quick. And one of the things that Mississippi State does well, and it bothered us in the first half, is they just have the ability to kind of push you off of your screens and be aggressive with you. And so what really stood out to me was their commitment defensively, and not to have a defensive letdown after a big win like that.
Okay, with Gino getting a technical for throwing on a water bottle, have you had a memorable technical like that, or you?
No, I have not.
I would think not, that's all.
Yeah.
That it?
Thanks.